Hi everyone, you're watching Spivey Consulting Law School Admissions YouTube channel, and I'm Derek Meeker, a partner at Spivey Consulting and former Dean of Admissions and Financial Aid for the University of Pennsylvania Law School. Today we're going to talk about the basics of scholarship negotiation. The first thing I will say about scholarship negotiation is it is about building relationships. If you take nothing else away from this video today, I want you to remember that scholarship negotiation is about building relationships. You're not in an adversarial relationship with the law school or with the admissions and financial aid office. You're not going into this process haggling as if you're buying a used car or trying to get funding for a border wall. You are making an investment in your future. You're looking at all of the offers you have on the table, doing your research of the law schools, and considering based on your individual needs, your priorities, personal, professional, and of course financial, what is going to be the best law school for you. And if after doing that thoughtful research, you've come to the conclusion that a particular school is not offering you a financial package that you think is fair or enough for you to commit to enrolling, then you reach out to have a conversation with them. You reach out and ask what the protocol is at their school for scholarship consideration or reconsideration, as the case may be, and you follow that protocol. Here's the thing, if you've done your research and you've shown the school that you are seriously interested in attending, they're going to be willing to sit down and talk with you about how they can make your financial package better for you. So how do you go about this? How do you go about building a relationship? Well, the first thing is engage with the school. Go to their admitted student events. Talk to students at the school. Talk to faculty. Talk to alumni. Go and visit. Sit down and meet with the admissions office. Spend time getting to know the school and talking to the people who are part of the school. That shows them that you are genuinely interested and that you are doing your research because you want to make the best decision for you. This has to be more than just about the bottom line amount that you are paying. It's got to be about what do you want from your education? What's important to you? What are your professional goals? And how does that school fit into them? So by spending time there and talking to the people that work there, that teach there, that attend there, talking to them and asking them questions that are important to you is going to give you the information that you need to make the best financial decision, the best investment for your future. So that's the first thing, engage with the school. The second thing is, in all of these engagements, in all of your communications, whether you're visiting in person or whether you're talking to them on the phone or whether you're writing an email, you need to be gracious and professional and humble, always. It doesn't matter who you're speaking to, whether it's the dean of the law school or the receptionist at the admissions office or an undergraduate student intern. Everyone is paying attention to how you interact and how you communicate, and they will talk to each other. So you want to make sure that you are being professional, mature, gracious, always courteous in all of your communications. Tip number 3, when it comes time to actually make the ask, either for scholarship consideration or a reconsideration of the amount that you've been awarded, you want to do so in a thoughtful way. You want to be an effective self-advocate. It's not just about presenting offers from other schools. You want to show them how you will add value to the community, why they should make an investment in you. Talk about what your goals are and how the law school fits into that picture. Show what you would be like as a student there. How will you get involved? How will you contribute to student organizations or to clinics or to pro bono projects? Your communications should essentially be, here is what I'm asking for and here's why I think I should get it. Because based on these experiences that I've had, based on my X years of work experience or the leadership position I've held at a certain organization in my undergraduate school, these things show the type of student that I'm going to be at your law school. I'm going to make that same commitment to you. I'm going to be the same ambassador for your school that I've been for my company, or that I've been for the student government at my college. Show them how you're going to add value. And again, by doing that, they're going to want to invest in you. They're going to be more willing to sit down and talk to you about how they can make their financial package more attractive to you. And as you're approaching this process and engaging in these communications, keep in mind that just because you received a scholarship of a certain amount at one school that is similarly ranked to the one that you're more interested in, doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to offer you the same amount. You also shouldn't assume that because you've been admitted to a higher ranked school that you should get a scholarship automatically from the lower ranked school. Scholarship budgets, goals, priorities differ vastly across schools. Some are obviously going to have a lot more money and flexibility than others when it comes to awarding merit scholarships. Some are going to be looking at certain criteria in terms of soft factors that matter more to them. Perhaps they're going to be offering higher scholarship amounts to people that come from a certain demographic. That may be the case at one school, but not necessarily so at another school. Schools also might think of who their competitors and peer schools are differently than what you think they are. So when you're making the ask, focus not so much on arbitrary things such as small differences in rankings or small differences in dollar amounts, but think more in terms of what matters most to you and how that school fits into your goals. Tip number 4. When comparing law school offers, it's not about the scholarship amount. It's about the total cost of attendance over the entire 3-year period. You want to be looking at what is the cost of tuition, university fees, parking, transportation, health insurance, estimated cost of room and board for that particular city. You want to be looking at what is the average tuition increase from year to year at that school. There are all of these other fees and factors involved that you have to consider, because even though you may be getting a higher scholarship at one school, when you look at what the cost of living is there and look at all of these other fees that that school may be charging, it could be considerably more expensive even with the higher scholarship than another school. So you don't want to just look at the scholarship amount, and you don't want that to be the only thing that you rely on or present as part of the case that you're making when you're asking for reconsideration. You want to show them that you've done your homework, that you are detail-oriented like a good future lawyer should be, and that you are thoroughly comparing all of the complete costs. There are really great resources out there. Law School Transparency is one that has great data on what the total cost of attendance is at each law school and allows you to compare law school costs. Also, the law schools themselves should be providing you the total cost of their student budget for the academic year. You can often find that information on the school's website, but if for some reason it's not there, then by all means ask them to provide it to you. The earlier you have that information, of course, the more informed you will be, and the sooner that you can start making your decisions and having these conversations. Tip number 5, when comparing law school offers, you want to look at placement statistics. That is essentially your return on investment. Where are they placing their students? In what type of jobs? What are the median starting salaries? Do they mirror what your career goals are? Again, there's much more to this equation than just an arbitrary rank. It's much more important to look at what the outcomes are of that school's students, and for you to exercise some judgment in terms of what constitutes a reasonable cost difference. Again, given what your individual goals are, the places that you want to work, the types of jobs that you are hoping to get. You want to look at placement statistics over the last few years, certainly the most recent ones, but also look at the last couple of years to see what the trends have been. And there are excellent resources out there for this. The ABA has an employment placement report for every school on its website. And I would actually use that as opposed to the school's website because the ABA is the official data and it's all there. And again, Law School Transparency has excellent detailed data on career placement, starting salaries, bar passage rate, geographic placement for each school. So these are all great resources that you can use in terms of looking at how schools compare to one another when it comes to outcomes. Again, your return on investment. All right, so let's review the basics of scholarship negotiation. By far, the most important thing is relationship building. Engage with the school, show them that you are interested. Be courteous and professional in all of your communications with them, and gracious and humble. Be an effective self-advocate. Show them why they should invest in you, how you will contribute and add value to the law school community. Consider the total cost of attendance, not just the scholarship amount. And consider placement data carefully when comparing offers. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video below and subscribe to our Law School Admissions YouTube channel for future advice on things like interviews and waitlist from former admissions officers at schools such as Harvard, Columbia, Yale, and Vanderbilt. And as always, if you're interested in more personalized guidance, please reach out to us for a free initial consultation at info@spiveyconsulting.com. Thank you.